I sincerely hope that every single one of you takes something away that you did not know that is going to help you go from a place to a place with your business. Okay? So I'm going to hand over to you, Zoe Cairns, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Is that all right? So now I've got Q&A. Has everyone enjoyed it so far? Yes. You got stuff to take away? So I'm happy to now take any questions from the audience. Okay, over here.
Hi, did you say before that there's an app you can use for Instagram? Do you remember you were talking about your friend and she'd only had a couple of followers?
That's Hashme.
Hashme, right,
yeah,
okay, that's
Hashme
brilliant.
Is really, really good. Yeah.
Brilliant, thank you.
That's all right. Do you want to work your way here and then...
Sorry, who's next?
Who's next? Do you go here?
Sorry.
What would you use Pinterest for? Would you use that? Because a couple of my ladies use Pinterest and I didn't know whether or not it's worth looking into or not.
I feel like Pinterest is very much for when people are getting married, they go there to create their board, and it's very much for crafts and arts. You know, people that I've looked at in the beauty industry before haven't got a great response. They've got traffic, but people getting ideas on creating different boards. You can give it a go. It's great for, again, driving people to your website, but whether it's going to convert that traffic into sales, you need to experiment with it. Down the front here. Wait for the mic. Is that right?
Hi, you were talking earlier about Snapchat briefly.
Yeah.
I sound really old here, but how would you suggest to use it? I don't think I'm alone in being the only one, or at least I hope I'm not, that doesn't quite get it.
Yeah.
Any tips?
Snapchat is very much for daily stories, and things actually disappear after 24 hours. Now, Snapchat is best used in capturing your day stories in what you're doing. Now, the difference is your audience going to be on Snapchat? It's going to be a much younger audience. So therefore, the stories you create have got to be fun enough for that younger generation. It could be great for brand awareness, but what content could you share that would engage the younger audience? So it could be how-to tutorials, which will then engage your younger audience. So it could be, you look at the keywords that you're using, but you look at how to apply, makeup, how to apply foundation. That's going to help that younger generation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So it's just that younger generation you've really got to capture, but more for brand awareness. At the back.
Obviously we all use social media for our businesses, and there is the darker side. I mean, I think there's a few people in the room who've been catfished, set profiles have been set up with our pictures. How can we stop that happening? Because even when you report it, Facebook goes, oh no, it's fine, and then it takes like a lot of people to report it for it to go down. Is there any way that we can avoid that happening?
Yeah, and there is a dark side to Facebook. I think you saw that. My ITV scenario was a girl that posted out on her Facebook page, and she put out there, who is David Cameron? And she thought her profile was completely private and that no one would see it other than her friends. But your Facebook profile is never, they say it's private. However, if I was your friend, I could screenshot it and go and share it elsewhere. So if you don't want to put stuff up on a billboard with your name, don't share it at all. And I think what you've got to, when people go and share your stuff, they take your profile picture, they create fake profiles. You can on Google do an image search and put your photo in the image search and find who other people are actually using your image. Facebook don't really care. You can report it and they take ages to come back. You've just got to remember that whatever you put online stays online, and there are people out there that are hacking, that are creating fake profiles, and you've just got to be protective of your stuff. And this is why I said to you earlier, I'd converted my personal profile to a business page, and it was only then selected for the people that I then add as a friend, people that I've met. So, there is a dark side. If I wasn't a social media consultant, I wouldn't have a personal profile. Because of how negative, the environment is. And I think, that there's so many great benefits on Facebook. No, just don't share stuff that you don't want leaked all over the internet. I think we create the content, we put it out there, we create our profiles. Just be protective over that. I hope that helps. There's no, if people do take our stuff, it's really hard to gain that back. Next question. Yeah.
Going back to the Snapchat question, is how do you actually build your audience away from sort of Facebook? Because at the moment, when you're trying to add people or search, you can only build the people that are on your Facebook user list. So I'm just wondering how you can reach a different
you could
audience.
do a live video and say you're on Snapchat and get people to come across and share that.
But then they're still the people that are on your Facebook.
It's really, really hard on Snapchat to build up that audience, and it's purely that you might, on Facebook, what I normally do is do a little snap and say that you can only see my snap if you're following me on Snapchat, and I use that teaser video on Facebook so people come and watch the rest of my teaser video on Snapchat. Does that make sense? So it gets them across. You could do that. You can tweet it. You can do a post out on Instagram. You just got to keep promoting your.
You can't really search.
You can't. There's not a facility to search. You've got to know their codes. Yeah. Gentleman at the back.
Could you tell me anything about, or a bit more about, Facebook Marketplace and a smart or intelligent way that we might be able to use it to our advantage?
Yeah. Do you know Facebook Marketplace, the new one that they've put on your profile you're talking about? Yeah, the little icon in the middle where the messenger icon used to be, is purely for personal items you're selling, not for corporate items. So it's purely for that odd thing you've got in the garage you want to sell, or the piece of clothing, ladies, that we've got in the wardrobe still with a label on it. It's not for selling corporate products.
It's just a link to the shop.
Yeah, but Facebook will pick up on it, and they will be filtering it. So Facebook Marketplace on our personal profiles last few weeks has come about. They will be filtering it, and what you don't want to happen, and this is what I've said to some people, I'm going to take advantage whilst it's here to do that. The thing is, you go and take advantage of it now. They then flag you for doing that, and then you then get penalised in future for any other things on your page or your personal profile that then might not get that ultimate reach. Does that make sense? So, you can do that, but don't ruin your relationship with Facebook. That later on down the line, when new features come out, they know you're going to be the one that goes and ruins that opportunity. Just be very careful. I would never want anyone to lose their profile by doing. This is the thing. Anyone that wants a quick win, and Joe probably knows this, there's a lot of internet marketers out there that say you can earn money overnight. Go and do this overnight, do this quick strategy, it's going to make you lots of money, but it's a quick win. It's a very quick win that they've then got to change their strategy and change their whole profiles in order to then look at the longer term strategy. It's better to be longer term than that quick win, because ultimately you're going to build so many more relationships and so much more trust, eventually you'll sell more products anyway. When I first started out, everyone said to me, well, you should be, the first few months, 18 months of my business, I really could, and the word that they used to say, you really could have rinsed that, Zoe, within the first 6 months. I said, you know what? I don't want to be the person online that is spamming people, trying to get a quick win. I want to build relationships. I want my business to be long term. I really want to build great relationships and harness the power of social media organically rather than doing a quick win scenario. So I hope that helps. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't ruin my reputation with Facebook. It's going to be around for a long time, where your audience are going to be engaging, and you can really, if you really are persistent and determined and passionate about it, that could be a way in which you really make some serious money on Facebook and really build up that rapport with people. Question at the back.
Hi, I just wondered, my day job, we're on a trial group for Facebook for Business or Facebook for Work.
Yeah.
And I wondered if you kind of had any insight as to, because we've only seen front end, but as to whether or how that might impact on people running small businesses on social media.
Yeah, I tell you what, Facebook at Work, I absolutely I think it's going to be amazing. What lots of businesses, so Facebook at Work is an internal communication system for businesses where you can go on and engage with your employees and post ideas. So, for example, you might have Facebook at Work for unique teams where you come on and share ideas and you share documents. Now, what lots of employers are worried about is that people can access their personal Facebook accounts through that Facebook at Work, and you can't. They can't access their personal Facebook accounts. However, it's going to be a great way. People love Facebook, and I think they'll be in that mindset that they want to engage that way. And I think it's going to be great for small businesses. Lock us out from...
Organisations, is that they'll pay a license, and then everyone at work will have their own Facebook at Work account.
Yeah.
So then it's going to mean that people who ordinarily would use their personal Facebook at work won't be. They'll lock it. Well, certainly in our organisation, they'll lock it down.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering where because if you're a big organisation, you can buy loads of licenses. But if you're a small one-person band, is there a risk that if you're not on Facebook at Work that you're not going to be able to?
No, there won't be a risk because it is purely for those larger corporates, and they won't penalise you for that because it wouldn't necessarily be right for a one-man business. It's purely if you've got big teams that you want to communicate. So it's like in LinkedIn intranet. Yeah. So yeah, it wouldn't penalise them. And because if you're a team, you've got other tools that you can use like Slack, which is very much like Facebook at Work, but another way in which you can communicate. Okay? Any other questions? Question at the back?
If you were, not that you're Mystic Meg, but if you were, and you had, let's say, you have a big business on Facebook like some of us do, how would you future-proof your business on social media? Is there something that you can do to kind of future... I know you talked about converting people into an email list, so you're backing things up. Is there anything else you can do to future-proof yourself around social media in general?
I just think that, email lists have been around for a long time, and you've got to take people away from that social environment and nurture them in a way in which you can sell and convert. Everyone has their own sales process. We have a sales process where we don't only just get them into a list, we get them along to a free event. It could be that you have free events, coffee mornings, where you invite people along to test out your products. But you gather maybe 10 or 12 people along to a free coffee morning, and especially if you're looking to build your team, and you take them away from that social area, and you then get them into your community that way. Future social proofing is just being aware of what's going on and the latest trends. How will that affect my business? So it's always forward thinking. What strategy have you got right now? Is that working? If it's not working, what can I do to make my social media activities work? Do I need to take them away, or do I need to carry on nurturing them for the time being in social media? Like you said, I don't know where it's going. Facebook have brought out Live. They've brought out Marketplace, they've brought out Work, they're taking over. They want to become the next Google. They're doing well. They own everything. They want you to be predominantly on Facebook. They don't want you to be going anywhere else. I just keep up to date with the latest information, check your current position with the social media, and always analysing going forward, and that will help. Question here?
And it's maybe a thing with question. What one do you predominantly suggest out of all the social medias? For what we do, what would you say would be our best?
Facebook is where you will pick up a lot of your audience. Definitely. And I think that it's funny how you've predominantly been Facebook as well, just looking at the raise of hands with Twitter. I love Twitter. Twitter is where all the journalists hang out, the editors of magazines. If you've got an amazing story, and I emphasise about stories because each and every one of you have got a reason why you're doing unique. Everyone's got a story. Now look how amazing this lady's brought her baby with her. I can't believe how well the baby's been so well behaved. I cannot get over this. You're actually changing my decision on whether I should have children or not. I think it's just amazing. However, this lady's got a story. She can actually do what she loves to do and be with her children. That's a story in itself. And if you're bringing out stories, a journalist picks it up for a ladies' magazine, and you're in this magazine all about your amazing story. And at the end, it says, if you want to know more about this lady, check out her website or check out her Facebook page. How that's going to get you traffic and traction, conversions. So it just depends on what you're trying to achieve. I think Twitter, Facebook and Instagram will get the results that you're looking for, but you need a reason why you're using them and the types of people that you are trying to target on each and every single one that you're using. And you're measuring it, making sure you get the results. I hope that helped. Question at the back? No, that's okay.
I was wondering about the other social media platforms. So, for example, Instagram. Is there the equivalent of doing like a call to action type thing on there?
Yeah.
So, for example, I've just done a post on there just literally about what you were talking about, actually, about being here and having my baby and lifestyle and all of that. And it's getting quite a lot of hits already because I've done the #me baby.
Brilliant, good,
right?
good.
So I'm thinking, if that's getting quite a lot of interaction, is there a way of kind of linking that back across to my Facebook account or getting people to then click on something and go further forward and find out a bit more about what I'm doing?
We sometimes create our images in Canva for Instagram, and at the bottom we'll say the link is in the bio. So when the picture goes out, we've got in small text on the picture, link in the bio. Okay, so we promote something out, put link in the bio, and then we change our link in our bio of Instagram quite a lot, depending on what we're posting out. So we've got a lot of traction on a post, we'll then post the link in the bio. So people are then directed back to your bio to find the link of where to find more. Because you can't put, it's really annoying, you can't put a clickable link in there.